Welcome. Hi, all. Welcome to the program. My name is Dean, and we are live in Ottawa. Well, I'm not. I'm toasty warm in my home in Toronto. Locke is toasty warm after doing some yoga. He's got a coffee over there. He's in Edmonton. We got Ryan just around Hamilton. But the reason for the season, the person we're here to service, and I know that sounds weird, is the intrepid Caryma Saad, who is in Ottawa, ladies and gentlemen. Caryma Saad.
Braving the elements.
Hi, everybody.
Braving the elements. Minus 30-degree weather. She's got the balaclava on. You can see the frostbite on her face there. It's incredible. And she's on Parliament Hill for the Flu Trucks Clan Rally 2022. We have a bunch of degenerates that have descended on Ottawa that are trying to unload mandates, even though they don't know it's a provincial thing and vaccine. Just a bunch of dummies are in Ottawa, and everybody else is misrepresenting it. So we have Caryma and comedian Anthony Walker there. Caryma, how are you today? You all right?
Sorry,
Can you hear me?
No, I can hear you. I got distracted by conversations.
No problem. No problem.
For the record, I want to start off by saying that Lachlan called me a terrorist.
Hold on. Hang on. I said you looked like a terrorist, and I wanted to note the irony.
I know you can't see the screen, but people are telling you to be safe and stay warm out there.
I will. I am going in without my glasses, which is, I think I'm less recognizable.
Dangerous already.
I can't see. It is a bit loud here, though. So if at any point you need to mute me, feel free, obviously.
Okay.
And I can always just mosey on back. This is Confederation Park, by the way.
Yeah, okay.
So
It's beautiful.
Earlier we were at Parliament Hill. That's where the majority of riffraff have congregated. This is a smaller crowd. And we're going to venture in.
Okay, so Caryma's there with Anthony Walker. He's a comedian. He's actually dressed in full camo tack gear with a big media thing on his helmet, which is great. And he's also got an I Love Trump sticker. So we're going to see how that plays out today. There he is, right there. Yeah, it's nice to see him. Caryma, do you want to talk to him real quick? Just interview him and get a feel.
So Anthony, I'm here live streaming on behalf of the Dean Blundell Network, and we just have some questions about your outfit here. I see that there's an American flag with the blue line. I think the 3%. There's some snakes. Like, what's going on with your gear here?
I can't hear you.
Oh.
I thought you were talking to him.
No, I was talking to you. Okay, hold on. I'll fix this. So I'm asking about all of these badges, this paraphernalia. What's with the thin blue line, the snakes? Like, what are all these groups?
Well, you know what? I like them on Amazon. They look good, so I bought them. This one's the police. Police they wear blue uniforms, I think. Some of the police. So I like that. It goes with my eyes really well, actually.
But aren't cops? Cops are the enforcers of these mandates. Do you feel like there's a contradiction there
Is that a fake walkie-talkie?
Well, you know what? I think deep down, really, really deep down, they just want their job, right? And if they have to beat a few people up along the way, what if they enjoy it, right? That's their thing, okay?
Yeah.
So we'll give them a little bit of a break there, but we really need to get the mandates to end, all the mandates.
Which mandates in particular are you concerned about?
Every single mandate there is, okay? We're at a trucker convoy. The government mandates I need a special license to drive one of those trucks. I want to drive one without a license, okay? That should be my right.
Yeah.
Every mandate has to go.
I think that's a bold ask.
Sure is.
But aim high,
God,
I guess.
that's
Now, just a couple of other questions about your outfit here. Who are you walkie-talkieing?
Well, I was trying to get some OPP chatter, the police, but their frequencies are actually encrypted, so I can't listen in.
Have you listened to the Zello chat at all of the truckers?
Actually, the internet isn't working too well here. I'm having difficulties with that. It's what the government's doing. They don't want the world to know what's going on. So they're shutting down, they're restricting internet access all over the place. And I can't reconcile the fact that you have internet and I don't.
I think it's
Like, they're
because I'm
shutting it off.
vaccinated. It's because I'm vaccinated.
They're shutting it off because I'm here protesting. You're not protesting, so you get internet.
And I have 5G. I mean, I assume. I don't know. Are you vaccinated? I don't know. Do you
No
believe in
mandates, no
vaccines?
jabs, no science.
Okay.
You can't fool me with facts and logic, okay?
Caryma, tell him I appreciate it. Tell him
We
that I'm
appreciate
very,
you.
yeah, and I'm
We
very,
appreciate you is the resounding consensus.
yeah.
You can't hear it, but they appreciate you.
Yeah, and no one asked me to come here and do this, but that's why I do it. Because no one asked. But I feel like it has to be done, especially when no one asked.
So you're not a paid operative at all?
No, you want to pay me? I could use some money.
One other question. On the back here, if you want to turn around, I see this media badge, and it looks like I don't know, is that a bulletproof vest? Tell us a little bit about that. Who are you here reporting for? Like, what's going on with that?
Well, I'm here with One American News, the real news, the only real news in America, basically. Yes, it is well, no vest is bulletproof, truly, but yes, it is bullet resistant. And you know what? I'm dressed like this because I'm an American and it's my God-given right.
Do you see any analogy between, like, wearing a bulletproof vest that may not protect you from a bullet but would help, and a vaccine that may not fully protect you from COVID but might help?
No, because there's no side effects for a vest. Like, I'm not going to get random cloth or extra 5G or something like that. From a vest.
And are those scissors that I see?
They're shears.
They're shears. What are you planning to shear?
That's a very, very personal question, I think.
What's in the canteen?
This actually is an individual first aid kit.
Okay.
So these are trauma shears in case anyone needs first aid. But of course, as the trained healer that I am, before I would attend to anyone, I would have to ask them their vaccination status. Anyone with a vaccine, no help for you.
I mean, you make the rules. You make the rules. A question about your canteen as well. What are you drinking?
Gatorade. Yeah, G2, so there's less sugar.
What flavor?
Orange.
Okay.
This guy is awesome.
It's not the best one though. And the best, my opinion, the best one's lemonade. Kind of tastes like drinking your own urine. Actually, for the COVID cure, when you drink your own urine, if you mix it with the yellow Gatorade, that's actually the smoothest solution you'll find.
I love this guy.
That's so good.
Anthony C. Walker, local comedian. He's made his way up from the United States, and he's ordered patches so he can look like one of them. And he's an absolute beauty. Now, are you making your way down to the general populous area, like Parliament Hill? Is that where you're going, Caryma?
We're going to wander around the park for a little bit.
Okay.
Because I have internet, as he's pointed out, probably due to my 5G. So we're gonna mosey around. There's a lot happening in the downtown core today.
Yeah.
So I feel a little bit like David Attenborough. We're gonna just make observations.
Just gonna film the animals.
Temperature right now?
Yeah. What's it like? What's the temperature in Ottawa
Like
today?
minus 25.
Fuck.
Or do you mean like
No.
what's the temperature of the crowd?
No, I already know the
temperature. Here
temperature.
to party.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. I'm okay with that.
I like
Well,
parties.
Caryma and I were talking earlier. Caryma, give me a little kind of backstroke here, because you and I were just chatting, and I said, "What's the cross section?" And you said most of the people just came from Quebec for a party. Is that right?
Well, I maybe was a bit flippant. I think that they came from Quebec because they hate the government and vaccines and whatnot. But they just know how to party better than Ontarians do. So this is like, you see, there's music that's fun. It's not like honky-tonk music. Well, I don't actually like that music at all. But anyway, it's happening.
No kidding. Okay, so what have you kind of just ascertained already? I know what we're at 3:00. I know the speeches start in a second. Caryma is live from Ottawa at the Flu Trucks Clan Rally, or as we like to call it, I like to call it the White Power Parade. and everybody is gathering. Caryma's there with Anthony Walker. He's dressed in camo gear for us as well, covering the whole thing, which
We
is
got to
incredible.
get his Twitter out, Dean.
Oh, yeah, we'll do it in a second. I'll throw it up in
Yeah.
a sec.
Oh,
But like,
shit, it's the bubble bus.
go ahead. Oh, the Bubble Bus. That's your boys.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Same crew. Like, are you noticing the same vibe, same crew, just people upset that they lost? Is that right?
I think I'd probably describe it more so as like there's always an undertone of frustration, and that's
Yeah.
especially apparent here today. There's a lot of sedition happening in the crowd, so threats to the prime minister.
What do those look like?
Well, I think the creepiest one that I've seen was just this lady walking down the street being like, Justin, where are you? And then like other people started calling too, just Justin, which, you know, is...
Oh,
It's
is that
a-
guy
that's
taking
a-
a piss?
that's a-
I was just going to say, is that guy urinating?
I think, is that guy taking a piss on the Bubble Bus? Is that what I just
I
saw?
think
Handing out
that's
COVID
Sandra,
cures.
if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken. I can't see, so not
Yeah.
100% sure, but that's Jim Kerr's wife.
Okay.
The Bubble Bus is a mainstay at a lot of these events. Yeah, so they follow all sorts of,
Look at
you know,
him.
the anti-vax rallies. I think that their end goal actually is internet fame. So I don't know
Internet
how
what? I'm sorry, I missed that.
internet
know.
fame.
Internet fame. They're just
Fame.
looking
Yeah.
like...
Oh,
Like, that's a lot of this too, right? Like, I mean, a lot of these people are there to tell the story online. Oh, sweet RV. They colored all over it too. What are you reading on that
Oh,
RV?
there's Santa.
So here, this is Hindu nationalism. That's Ron Banerjee for sure.
Yeah.
But it's people supposedly across the country who have signed this RV,
Yeah.
Canada Unity RV. I think we met in Kingston, if I'm not mistaken.
You've signed that, I believe, Caryma. I remember you
Did you
signed
sign that?
as well.
I think
no,
you signed the
I
Unity
posed
RV.
in front of it, but I don't think I had a marker.
Oh, no.
Otherwise, I sure of hell would have signed it for sure. I would have.
I would have too.
defaced
Did they
it.
have they announced any special guest speakers for this event?
So I don't actually know that there is an event. I don't see a stage. I don't see anything like that. So this is not like the best organized. What I do know is that Pat King was apparently refusing to come unless he could get security. So possibly he doesn't show up at all. And I think that he would have been one of the speakers.
There was a
So-
tweet. There was a tweet that was unconfirmed that said Pat King was literally blocking an ambulance in downtown Ottawa and live streaming it and laughing at the fact that they were causing so much chaos. And that was from one of the people that are there. So I'm not sure how true that
sounds like
is.
a Pat King thing to do.
Yeah, but
Can someone
He is
give
in town.
a background on Pat King? Just
Oh, dude, Pat King was the guy that was crying about not being able to do karaoke. He's that white nationalist
Yeah.
from that lives here actually near you, that bar
In
near
St.
you.
Albert.
So yeah, that's the cat.
And
That's
he was
the guy
on with
yesterday.
Ken Johnston or whatever, quite a
Right.
bit, right? Yeah.
Kevin J. Johnson. Yeah,
Or
yeah,
Kevin.
yeah. He's his,
Kevin J. Johnson. Yeah.
bingo. Yeah, that's
Okay.
him.
Yeah.
So Caryma, you've seen like the start of this. You've seen the quality of individual there. How many people would you say? Because you've been around the whole thing. Now we were told 50,000 trucks, 1.4 million people. Like seriously, not in a fun way. I know we like to have fun, but ballpark that number now that the whole thing is officially underway.
So, I with the caveat that it's a little bit hard to
The
tell
media.
because it's spread over so much. And right now, I'm zooming. Well, I'm trying to zoom on a plane there that
That's
seems to be
funny.
dragging a banner of some sort
Yeah.
or a canoe. I don't know what that is. It's probably not a canoe. But there's thousands of people here. I can say that safely.
Okay.
You know, I used to live in Ottawa, right? And
Mhm.
part of it kind of reminds me of Canada Day when they would shut down part of like Wellington Street and people could just kind of mill about freely on the road. But it's not as packed as Canada Day was, like not even close to that. And I think that that's attributable to the weather. So, you know, it could be anywhere from like 3,000 to 10,000, which
All right.
is really not helpful, but kind of my best.
yeah, it's
No,
scattered, right?
it is. Oh, look at that guy. He thinks he's part of the crew. I love it. Okay, so you said let's get back to the Quebec thing.
I love this guy.
Let's
do
say
I.
there's 10,000 and give him the benefit of the doubt. Not quite 1.4 million. There he is looking
He's
around.
staring at the sun like Trump.
But not quite 1.4 million. So let's say there is 10,000. We'll give it to him. The official number that I got from the RCMP a little while ago was like maybe 4,000 to 6,000. They're expecting in front of Parliament Hill where they're kind of all gathering. And so if that, that's nice. That's a nice truck. Stop the compliance. Open your eyes to the grimes. Did you see that? They got a G instead of a C. Open your eyes to the grimes around you. But like, if that's the case, and we saw the convoy go across, it really feels like maybe half of the people there were part of the convoy or they picked up along the way, and it feels like the other half of the people came from Eastern Canada. So
Yeah.
do you get that feel? Like a lot, because all
Absolutely.
the interviews I'm seeing are with French people, like almost everyone.
Yeah.
And they're fucking angry.
What's this
I
say?
think that's a fair assessment. That a lot of people just sort of came over the border because they knew that there was an event and it's something that kind of aligns with them, so they wanted to check it out, right? I don't think most of these people were part of a convoy. And as far as trucks go, and I'll make my way over to Rideau. But you know, there's
I hope
100
see the
trucks,
humor.
maybe a little bit more than that. Like
Oh, okay.
there's trucks. There are some big rigs that eventually showed up, but it's not it's not 50,000 of them.
No, I have the actual number. Let me just bring it up. This is according to some law enforcement guys that we talked to. There is approximately 141 trucks and approximately 600 other vehicles, and a lot of people parked outside of town, and they made it inside the city, like kind of found their way in. Don't know how, but apparently that's the actual number. That's the number we're seeing is probably around 7,000 people and about 140 trucks and about 600 cars.
I think
Caryma?
that's fair. Yeah. Yes.
Caryma, are you seeing any? I don't know why I'm so hyper focused on the bathroom situation, but with Ontario being locked down, and it's curbside and things to that effect. Are you seeing did somebody take the time to?
Questionable splatters. Let me put it that way. I've opted not to photograph or post those.
Okay.
Because I have some measure of dignity left.
Did they put up porta potties though?
No.
Oh, that's
no.
Because Canada.
That was the other thing I heard from a guy today with law enforcement. He's like, "We're not giving them any any infrastructure." Like, I go, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "There won't be a porta john on site, like not one." And I'm like, "Well, they're just going to shit everywhere." So you are seeing shit in the street, is that correct?
There is some shit in the street. Yes.
Okay, that's what we're just. Yeah, wow. People are taking a dump in the streets. It's what they're doing.
Yeah.
So you're making your way down to Rideau. Is that correct? That's where you're heading?
Yeah, we're gonna walk down Elgin. Okay. We're gonna make our way to Parliament. It's gonna get probably a little bit noisy. Maybe
I wanted to
already.
Yeah, I wanted to. I want to hear what it sounds like. And I will say this: impressed with the length of time that this group is committed to laying on the car horn. Yeah. Because, this has been going on since last night, if I'm not mistaken, Caryma, correct?
Correct. Now, I got a little bit peeved past 11 because it was still happening, but it was more sporadic. And I've seen reports on Twitter that in Windsor, it was truly throughout the night. So there must have been something about Ottawa that they were prevented from doing that. Because my hotel room is too close to this for my own liking.
When did you get into Ottawa, Caryma?
I got here yesterday morning, and I'll be here for a couple of days.
And you had to drive yourself. You had to drive yourself in.
I don't drive, so I was driven.
Okay, but were there any check stops or anything like that along the way?
No.
Oh, look at all the PPC
nothing,
signs.
Nothing.
PPC signs.
There's Mad Max,
eh? Not look fascist.
What a fucking douche!
If I was trying to look like a dystopic fascist leader, this is the sign I would come up with.
Yeah.
Can you pan down just a little bit?
Yeah, pan down just so we can see the actual face. There you go.
Is.
Oh, he doesn't look like Voldemort at all. What a fucking douche he is.
How much are the shirts?
What's that?
How much are the sweaters?
This is the man to talk to you.
What size are you normally?
That's a personal
Can you ask him if he's a PPC supporter or just selling stuff?
Are Are you guys with the PPC or are you guys just merchandise people?
This guy is a Canadian director.
Oh, right on. For Ottawa? Hi.
Oh, so are you. So am I.
I'm not too far from here. And there's obviously lots of festivities going on.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, lots of festivities.
Yeah.
She's
How much are
awesome.
the sweaters?
Positive support. JD, how much are the sweaters?
$70.
Cameron, you want to
Jesus
I don't have
Christ.
cash on me, but I wanted to know, and thank you very much.
$70.
Yeah.
$70 for a sweater that and that money goes to Voldemort. That's fucking
Oh, what's
awesome.
that?
What does that say? Can you read that to us? We can't see
Yeah,
it.
so it's a
Fuck you, Trudeau.
Fuck you,
Yeah.
Trudeau.
Yeah.
And then racist,
Racist.
coward, vile, weak, liar, bully.
Oh, cool. Can you ask the person that has that about the sign and dig a little bit? I'd love to know a little bit
I
more.
think I'm gonna have to venture out of here because I've been recognized.
No.
Oh, have you? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Moving.
So I'm just gonna
Whatever
make
makes you
my
comfortable.
way away from here.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's one of the issues with Caryma, right? Like, because she has been
Yeah.
involved embedded in so many of these Chris Sky.
We have a couple of thousand people watching this on a bunch of different formats because everybody wants to see what's going on downtown. So I can guarantee you that people are scoping her out in Ottawa. Like this is kind of, it's almost Spy Alley there, isn't it? Like with all the degenerates looking for media. Like that was one of the things I noticed, Caryma. I don't know if you have, is like these guys hate anybody with a camera that are pretending to be media, don't they?
I mean, they hate real media, but then they also hate media for not covering them. So it's a little bit of a catch-22.
Yeah.
And yeah, they
This is really
don't
cool.
like to be documented in their true form.
You mean their
So
thought process is confused? That's odd.
It's,
Okay.
But, it's like, okay, so I'm going to record kind of what's going on. This is the guy who's following me, so...
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Tell him Dean says hi. Say Dean Blundell says hi.
I probably won't want to instigate.
Okay.
But I appreciate that offer. I do.
I love how he turned around like he's not paying attention and he's just looking at birds. So this is what happens every time Caryma goes out, right? She just keep the camera on him, and every time she goes out, she literally just documents and talks. And then these losers in yellow vests and douchebags like that, they follow her around to make her uncomfortable, like almost as if they want her to think that they're all like spies, like hillbilly spies for the rest of the rednecks.
So Caryma.
Yeah.
Where's the noise coming? Like, can you give us an idea of where you are? I mean, I think most of us have been to Ottawa, even if it was just on vacation. And can you? Oh, okay, I recognize that building.
So this is the Lord Elgin Hotel.
Yeah.
And so this is Elgin Street, and you can see, hopefully, that traffic is sort of backed up along Elgin. That's where all the honking is coming from.
Yeah. Are you walking towards the convoy, the actual the honking?
I'm going to, yeah. I think that is the most logical route.
Yeah, and if we lose you, we lose you. Like, don't worry about it.
I'll
But just
try to log back on.
make sure you're safe. Like when you go in there, make sure you're safe. If you feel uncomfortable, don't worry about us. We can make fun of these guys while you go back to the hotel if that's the case. So don't worry about it.
Safety's always a priority. And if I felt unsafe, I would not be here. But
and based on our position within the news delivery information system in Canada, we have direct access to Bill Gates, so we should be able to keep you online.
Yeah. Yeah, her vaccine is keeping that
I have
5G
lost
strong.
Anthony, which is regrettable.
That's okay.
But
as long as the camera's on, you're okay. No one's dumb enough to do anything.
Oh my
to you
God!
with your
Did we get Anthony's Twitter?
Oh yeah. I talked to him on the phone today. Yeah.
Can we put that up? Because I need to follow that guy.
Anthony C. Walker. Anthony C. Walker. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go follow him right now.
All right, I know where you are now. I can tell where you are because I've been to that no fun town a bunch of times, Caryma. So
it is such a no fun town.
It really is.
Dude, it is the town that fun just abandoned. Unless you consider today no fun. I think this is fun. So you're walking to Parliament and things are getting a little dicey. Can you still hear us?
I don't hear you perfectly. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good. What kind of people why are these people walking away from what's going on? And tell us kind of where you are now.
I think some of them are walking maybe to Confederation Park. Some are possibly looking for warmth and shelter. because it's cold as shit here.
Yeah.
This year is the, what's it called? The NAC, right? So the National Art Center.
Yeah.
Interesting fact, I think, is the building is shaped like a honeycomb or something. That's my only piece of Ottawa trivia, so I hope you enjoyed that.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Have you
And
seen any
now
violence
I'm heading
yet?
Towards... No, I haven't seen any violence.
Okay, good.
That's good.
You know, there've been, like I say, there's times where sort of the tenor of the crowd sort of shifts, and it can happen very abruptly. So it can go from kind of freedom chants to fuck these vaccines and fuck these mandates, and like it gets a little bit hostile, right? So people like to rile themselves up, that's for sure.
Can you just ask that gentleman if it's working yet? Ask him if we're ask any of these people. I don't know if you want to, but I would love for you to ask them what time we plan on being free. Like, is it 6 o'clock? Is it 9 o'clock? Is it coming tomorrow? When's freedom time? Like, is this working?
Those are legitimate questions that I am confident no one would be able to answer.
More men than women? What's the cross-section like? Give me the demos down at the Karen Convoy. Oh, can you hear us?
I'm just going to get out of the noisy area. You guys talk about yourselves. I'll be back in a minute.
No problem. I cannot get over. You tell us when you're ready to go. I cannot get over Locke and Ryan. I can't get over how committed these guys are to laying on the horns. Like, I'm that guy when I hear someone laying on a horn, I'm like, okay, 2 seconds is enough. These guys have been doing it for like 24 hours. Of the thing I'm most impressed with this group is of all the addictions that they probably have, alcohol, smokes, off-brand toothpaste.
Not judge too quickly here.
Or mouthwash.
They're the addiction and the commitment to the horn is really fucking incredible. Like, it is.
Tenacity is impressive.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got to hold it.
Yeah. Yeah, they can totally brown out from whatever cheap drugs they're on and just lay their head right on the horn. They can be there all day.
Yeah, I got a video of Bernier that just came in. I'll play it for you guys real quick. This is Maxime Bernier, chief domestic extremist in the country of Canada, uber douche lord Maxime Bernier, Lord Voldemort Maxime Bernier, riling up the crowd a minute ago. Watch it.
It's all about freedom versus government control. I choose freedom. Our brave truckers choose freedom also. Free truckers! Our truckers are giving hope. They are giving hope today to thousands of Canadians that the end is coming. We will regain our freedoms.
Yeah, now the interesting part of that, Caryma and gentlemen, is that there is no trucker convoy. This is just, there are no truckers. Like, he's literally, he used the trucker bullshit to say that this is freedom and you guys are fighters. This is legitimately just PPC degenerates, losers that lost, people that don't like the government, people that fucking hate Trudeau. And he's like smartly trying to capture that vibe, which I think is fucking pretty standard, right? Like, I mean, we're watching O'Toole do it. He's doing it. It's just, I sat and listened to him, and I'm like, that guy needs to be committed to a fucking mental institution. He doesn't need to be a political leader. Like,
we had, what was Max's last name again out of Calgary? He writes...
Fawcett.
Max Fawcett on yesterday, and he kind of... he answered one of the questions I've had for a long time. Why do we spend so much time and energy politically on the right and the left focusing on extreme views? The left is just as guilty as the right, and then we have this huge chunk of people unrepresented in the middle. And he said, because the middle isn't passionate enough to get their wallets out.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
So,
He's
I mean,
because the middle is like, we're good. Like, we know
so
what
it
we're doing.
drives
We're smart
it
enough.
drives me crazy that we don't have the centrists in the country don't have a political option. And the irony of today is that there are things about what's happening today.
Can you guys
There
still hear
are
me?
sentiments about
Yes,
we can hear
Yeah,
you.
we got you back. Yep.
there are sentiments about what this is for, potentially on some level, that maybe some of us could agree with and might even make a good starting point for change in the country and where we're at. I think we do need to have a discussion about what we've done wrong in the pandemic. And this, I don't know if it's helping, unfortunately. That's what frustrates me, because I think, and I'm glad that for the most part at this point, I mean, there are some interesting sort of organizations and groups that believe in extreme hatred that have attached themselves to this, which is unfortunate for the people that are there for maybe a more moralistic reason. But
let's be honest, dude. Those people stayed home. Like, those people get it. Like, there is a small portion of me today, and I was doing some reading on Omicron and stealth Omicron, and then I was kind of doing some more reading on the labor force and the shortage we have in this country. And I'm like, I kind of get the whole, like, we need to learn to work with this. Caryma's back. Caryma, you still there? You there? You got us? Can you hear us? Can't hear you. Can't hear you. We're having some technical issues because
let's
the
keep her
downtown
on though,
core,
because we can still sort of see. Yeah. This is awesome. I love this footage. I mean, I don't know if anybody else is doing this, but we've been going, 30 minutes solid. And for at least 25 minutes of that, we've had Caryma walking through the streets of Ottawa.
We hear you
now.
now. So where are you, Caryma? Talk to us. Where are you?
Can you hear us, Caryma?
Can you hear us, Caryma? Caryma? Go ahead. Yeah. Wi-Fi. Can you hear us, Caryma? No. We're having technical
vaccine's
problems.
wearing off.
Just keep it on. If you can see us, just keep your camera on. And the vaccine's
clearly
wearing
needs
off.
a booster.
She didn't have her booster in time. But this is downtown. That's Chateau Laurier, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And this is downtown Ottawa. Caryma is down at the Freedom Trucker Rally. Just some nice comments from our comments section. This guy does not like the fact that we're filming and showing everybody what's going on. Fuck you guys, he says. That's for Pat. What's up, Pat?
What
Nice to
exactly are you accomplishing there, Patrick?
Well, who cares? He's just mad. Dude, that's everybody. That's all of these
everyone's
guys. Anytime
mad.
do you know how many times I got called a pedophile over the past 24 hours? Because we've been like just literally going, hey, this is a white supremacist rally. Just in case you're wondering who's there, it's these guys. Like, it's these people that are there. That's who they are. This is all about the fight to keep Western culture. That's what this is. If you really want to boil it down, this is a Western culture fight.
We're all fucking Canadian.
White.
People grow up.
White.
That's
kind
of it. And to what Locke said earlier about the left side, the ultra vaxxers, as we were calling them, he's right. The pearl clutching that I'm seeing from people on that side, and yeah, this is serious. This is a serious thing going on in our capital. It needs to be addressed. We do have a lot of work to do with these mandates and everything else, because a lot of them don't make sense anymore. And
but
we
hold
need
it,
to move on.
You guys are missing. You're missing the point. You guys, honest to God, where do the mandates and the restrictions originate? Do you guys know where? Because I do. In each individual province.
Yeah,
now,
it's
provincial.
Why they're not doing this on Queen's Park is beyond my comprehension. But
you just think they're just going to go to Ottawa and tell Justin Trudeau to quit, and then tell each individual province to do what what are they going to fucking go province to province? Is that what they're going to do?
I think it's
just like
easy
starting here
to take your anger with what you're going through right now, and we've all, to a certain extent, have had our lives have been impacted by the pandemic.
Yeah.
And some people are able to step outside of that and go, all right, this is a international health crisis, and I'm gonna agree and I'm gonna disagree with some of the things that they're gonna decide and how they're gonna decide it and the timelines. And some of it I'm going to agree with, but I'm going to try to do my part. And I'm going to try not to make this about me. Unfortunately, a lot of people do not have the capacity to do that. And it is all about them. And a lot of them, a good percentage of the people that are in Ottawa today, they're waving the victim flag. This is about me, poor me. And they're just trying to force their anger on someone. And that someone just happens to be Justin Trudeau, sitting there having a conversation with somebody going, you're from Quebec, you should be angry at your provincial leaders, they don't get that. That's not going to cut through what it is. They've got this figurehead right now, and it's Justin Trudeau, and he's at the top of the pile of their anger.
Doesn't then that mean that these guys are dumb as fuck?
Yes.
I think we could make a determination that the average IQ scores of the crowd there might be lower than the general public. Yeah. That doesn't mean they're not allowed to be out there freezing their asses and shitting behind bushes in Ottawa.
Look at this dude. So Caryma has found the Canadian Q shaman. Caryma can't hear us. We can't hear her, but she's giving us tremendous visual.
This is awesome.
Which is incredible, and thankful that she's there covering this. Is like -30, but there is a guy with a dead raccoon or a coyote on a stick, and don't tread on me thing with a cowboy on it. And what they're doing is apparently
creative,
being fucking awesome with their friend groups, I guess. It's like, hey, look at me.
Tread on me. Like, come on. It's Canada.
The dead coyote.
We can be more creative than that, right?
We have co-opted the U.S. so hard, and these guys want to be part of the U.S. Well, look, that was the Maverick Party's aim, was to become a state of it was a state of the United States. So that's what these people want.
I talked to one guy from the Maverick Party,
really,
Ryan, and I had him on the show, and we were discussing the takeover of Alberta. And I said, you realize that part of the issue of Alberta going to Trump.
Oh, are you watching this guy? Caryma's got
I love it.
Caryma's got the camera on a guy with a dead animal on his stick that they're posing for because they're part of the Freedom Rally, and they brought a dead animal on his stick. Yep, there you go. Look at that. And I don't know what to say. I mean, it's incredible.
I don't even know.
No, that's like a fucking dog.
Here?
That's
wolf?
A dog or a wolf or a coyote or something. Oh, she's petting it.
Caryma is.
Oh my God.
She's a special breed, eh?
She's awesome. You can hear us. We can't hear you, but we love you. You're killing it. She's laughing.
You're doing a great job.
Keep it going. Keep following this crew.
We
can see you.
This.
Yeah,
I love this.
Let's see what's on that sign. What's on that sign, Caryma? What's on that sign on the right there? Yeah. Go back. Yeah, she can't hear us. Never mind. So she's making her way to the Parliament. Beautiful, sunshiny, cold day in Ottawa for the Karen convoy. We do have confirmation. Locke made sure to get this out as soon as we could, that people are taking dumps in the street dumps.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know why I've been so hyper-focused on where people are shitting,
curious.
But it's been very entertaining, that
I'm
conversation.
glad you brought it up.
The whole week, Grant has been asking, where are you guys shitting? So anyway, I'm on the phone with this guy from Wexit, and I'm like, hey, listen, so you realize, there's a flaw in your plan, right? Because the big conversation revolving around Alberta was that we have all these natural resources and that we're just being exploited by the rest of the country. And once Trump takes over Alberta, I'm like, part of the problem is we're kind of landlocked if you do. And he's like, yeah, not a problem. We're gonna go in and we're gonna take over northern BC. So that was their plan, was to annex from the rest of Canada and then bring Trump's armies north to plow our way through so that we could take the northern half of BC, so it would be easier to transport our oil around.
Well, that makes sense, right? From a perspective of getting it done. Like that makes a lot of sense. If you need land, just take it over.
Holy fucking those! They walk among us. I mean, you might be sitting in a bar right now in Edmonton, Alberta, and Sarah's coming with your pint of Budweiser, and the guy next to you thinks that Wexit's a good idea.
Yeah.
and also believes that Trump is going to be back in power this summer. Right?
Well, just to help everybody in the oil patch, my man Jamesy joins us. James is in the house. Hey, buddy, how are you? Are you enjoying the scenery? Caryma's on the scene. She's going to Parliament Hill. She is like a literal walking camera. We've been covering this now for 40 minutes. We've had several thousand people watching this, which is hilarious. What do you make of the White Power Parade, Jamesy?
Yeah, it's fun. I'm glad to see that. All the people who can afford to take a week off to go to a big tailgate party are able to do so and do so with such gusto. It's amazing. I don't know what to think of that.
You call it, Dean? You call it a something kegger?
Yeah, it's just a traveling kegger. Like, it was funny because I know some people like law enforcement that are embedded with these guys, and they're like, I talked to one of them. He's like, you wouldn't believe the amount of bags of feces that have been thrown out the window on the Trans-Canada Highway from Alberta to Sudbury. He's like, all we saw were flying bags of shit. Like, it was just people taking dumps in car and like stopping wherever they saw an LCBO, and then they'd go and get some beers and they get back in the convoy line to make it across the country. People in the back were just getting fucking hammered. It's legitimately like every disenfranchised person that doesn't want to see their Western values eroded, which is really code for white supremacist. It's just really a traveling fucking like raver. Like that's all
There was
this is.
There was that one report about that big giant bag of shit right near Parliament Hill, but it was just Randy Hillier's memoirs. So they just
Why are you outside, James?
Yeah.
Isn't it cold in
Smoke.
Waterloo?
No, I smoke.
Yeah, I don't know. I just got home from work, and if I don't know, are you guys? If you guys are going, I'll set it up and I'll go with you for an hour or something. But if you,
no, this is good. Just to drop in, we're good. We're gonna wrap it up here in the next 20 minutes anyway, because I promised we'd do an hour, and then I'd split because I got shit to do. I mean, these people don't, but I do.
With a dead dog is
do you think though? So I started thinking. I'm like, okay, let's not to be a dick for a second, and I was like, so there must be some good people that joined the people that went reasons, and now it's just been this thing. So we have to accept this thing, and that thing is like an anti-Trudeau rally. So now, how do we make sure that violence doesn't start? Because like I'm really kind of concerned about counter protesters coming in and turning a hillbilly festival into like a fight night at the Wing Shack, and I don't know if that's going to be good for anybody.
Yeah.
I agree.
I had that. I didn't have that thought until you brought it up today, James, and I gotta agree. This is what I meant about the ultra left, like the ultra vaxxer pro clutchers that are steadfast and not trying to at least understand somewhat of what's going on and why it's happening, and understanding why the anger and frustration is here, and it just turning into a fucking melee in there. And I hope that doesn't happen, but
I go back to what Locke said. Like, first of all, I don't think anything happens. If it does, I think you're going to see a couple little skirmishes. And that's pretty much it. You might have some lone wolf shit. Who knows? Yeah. But I do know there are hundreds of drones in the air. And they're all RCMP drones, because no one's allowed to fly drones in Ottawa unless you're law enforcement, and hundreds of them. So they're documenting everything and all that stuff. But really, in my mind, this is just a group of people. Oh, look at that! They're all on the logging truck now. That's
truck,
nice. Yeah.
Doesn't that bring up that Canadian cartoon, the log driver waltz? Remember, guys?
Oh yeah, I remember that, the log driver waltz. Yeah. But I think the majority of people are there for individual reasons, right? Like, I think they share one thing, and that they're just pissed off that they don't get it, and that the Canada isn't set up to allow for 100% personal freedom, no matter if it involves destroying individuals, culture, and lives around you. We're not. That's how we are. I mean, we're just set up like that. That's what our Charter of Rights and Freedoms are. It's like, hey, listen, you can be free as long as you're not impinging on someone else's freedom. Well, that is exactly what this is. God forbid any of those people fall off.
You know what? I think the disappointment that I have about this is, and this is quite common in any demonstration, is that they're not good at branding. They're not good at messaging. They're not good at focusing on one point. Right? This started out as a trucker rally because of the the changes to the vaccination rules for truckers crossing the borders, which, by the way, were American rules. And then it morphed
Stop
into
making sense.
it,
Stop.
it morphed into 100 different other things. And now there's just anger if you point out the hypocrisy or any of the irony of what they're trying to do, right? Anybody that sides with this just gets pissed off. So then we lose that starting point again, that toehold of what might be a good conversation. And is there something from this group? Is there something from this demonstration today, this weekend in Ottawa? Is there a good starting point for a conversation about changes that could be made? I don't know. Are the waters so fucking muddied that it's just pointless at this?
What maybe one change you can make would be to, because this is what I think. I think this is like, I think there's like a half dozen political operatives standing back somewhere going, holy shit, look what we did. We created we manufactured a couple of crises. We activated some people to sort of get going on this little convoy, and then it just kind of grew. It became Frankenstein's monster, and now I truly believe that's what it is, because the first 2 or 3 things that activated people weren't even true. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, okay, so what grew out of that? Well, then all these other people just started. This caravan has more people co-opting it. It's like the Jenna Jameson of caravans.
Yes.
It's like everyone can just get on and ride it out.
Yeah. Well, and it's because those fringe groups don't have the opportunity to organize anything officially, because nobody will allow it. Because you look at Canada Proud or Proud Boys. Proud Boys are deemed they're deemed a terrorist group, so they wouldn't be they'd be shut down immediately. So those groups see something like this, which may have started as a grassroots, good-intentioned idea for a group of people, and they jump in and they muddy those waters immediately for that, like whatever the original message was. It's a mess. Like, this is a pig fuck that we're looking at right now.
And Aaron O'Toole is glad-handing today, and Max Bernier has his PPC march today or tomorrow, whenever that is.
Oh, we played the Bernier thing. He's out there selling shirts. You missed it just by a couple minutes, but let me put this up.
I hope he has garbage bags. He has garbage bags,
right? Like Chris Guy, yeah. Let me put this up. This is literally Aaron O'Toole about 4 hours ago meeting with these white supremacist truckers. Wearing his RCAF coat. This is the leader of the Conservative Party Ontario. This is a family that is committing child abuse by having this child there, and Aaron O'Toole arranged all this. And now he's embarrassed because he knows it's not about truckers. Like, he's just legitimately keeping up the notion that this is about putting food on shelves, and it isn't. That's him meeting with another domestic extremist. That's him meeting with another domestic extremist that showed up. I mean, like, this. You're right, James. And so is Ryan. Like, this was a political operation that turned into a fucking Frankenstein, where everybody who was unhappy jumped in, and you got, between 4,000 and 6,000 people, which is still, if I'm not great at math, Locke, neither are you, but help me out. 4,000 to 6,000 people that Caryma is showing us, and that we've seen, that's well documented. A little shy of 1.4 million.
Well, Caryma is still doing an awesome job at coverage.
Oh, absolutely.
Which we've had her on. We can't actually communicate with her now because we've lost the volume, but she's been walking through Ottawa. Ryan made an excellent point this week when we talked about it, and it's unfortunate that that there are so many parallels to what happened January 6th last year in the States, but I don't know about you, but I found the interviews and the coverage afterwards about, the people that realized that it was all for naught and realized that they sort of had been hoodwinked into, showing up in Washington on that fateful day. And you'd think that some might, instead of using it as a template for today, might have gone, okay, yeah, but they made some mistakes. Can we improve from what they did down there? No, it just, anyway. And we seem to have adopted the same language and the same rhetoric from the U.S. That's what's disappointing to me. I had way more faith in our creativity, even from this perspective.
Yeah.
Every time I hear somebody on television getting interviewed about this bullshit, it's like you sound exactly like a bunch of fucking assholes that were down in the States. You're just using the same fucking talking points. You're using the same rhetoric. You're using the same fucking visceral hatred. It just, come on.
Yeah.
Be creative.
And
they can't be like all they're doing is literally, if anybody's filled out a piece of paper that required a carbon copy, remember when you had carbon copies? Like you get
Many free meals.
This is literally a carbon copy of, I bet, a carbon copy of what happened in the United States, but it is so poorly executed because Canada, by and large, and this is what I'm grateful for, is I'm watching Caryma's footage. Caryma Saad joins us at Caryma Rules on Twitter is where you can find us. Sadvocacy.com is where you can find her work as well. Caryma is currently downtown, and she is making her way in and around the we still can't hear you, kiddo, unfortunately, and I apologize. But if you make your way further away from town center, we will be able to hear you.
She's doing a great job.
She's awesome.
She's not
just
freezing
incredible.
her tuchus off.
Oh, yeah, she is. Minus 30 degrees. But yeah, no, to what Locke said, it's hard for them to see that side where they would see the repercussions of what the fallout of January 6th was, because they don't watch news channels that show those. It's still heroic endeavor that those people did. They won't show them showing remorse and their family members showing remorse and sadness for their family member that they've lost, or they won't show that. They just show how good of a movement that was and how it was just tourists showing up and it was all Antifa that did all the bad things, and they don't see it. They're locked in that bubble. That echo chamber is so fucking locked down. They can't see the repercussions, the bad ones that came out, because all that came out was bad ones, right? So, but they won't watch something that shows that it was bad, because that then goes against their confirmation bias that what they did was bad. So it
goes against the comfort of their own narrative, right? Like these people have a narrative, and they all share one common denominator: is that two. They do not want to get vaccinated, and they hate Justin Trudeau.
Yep.
Now, the tertiary reasoning for them being there and being this pissed off is they are cognitively delayed. What does that mean? And Locke, you're going to get mad at me for saying it. They're too dumb to get it. And so because they can't accept objective reality, because they legitimately want to take over parts of British Columbia to ram a pipeline, and they think Trump should take over just Alberta. These people are fucked in the head, and the people from Quebec are just there for a good time. So
it is remarkable when you have conversations like that, and that Wexit crowd, which is minimal, a very small percentage of the population of Alberta even voted for them or supported that group. But I overheard and was part of conversations where people believed that the best idea was to have Trump take over Alberta. And I would be just like, how is that even a starting point of a conversation with anybody on any level? Like, listen, if this would have been just I hate fucking Justin Trudeau protest, I'd be in Ottawa right now.
Yeah, you know what?
They
don't realize. Yeah, they don't realize how many parallels there are to the center that we have with them. Nobody on this panel enjoys the fact that Justin Trudeau is our prime minister.
No,
but we also,
from a comedy perspective, it's pretty great.
It is pretty good. You're right.
I don't know. I lost the humor in a long time ago.
Oh, not me. I love it. I will say this is that I think it's fascinating because I can't stand Justin Trudeau, right? But this is doing. You know who this whole thing is benefiting?
Justin Trudeau.
To like the nth degree.
Yeah.
Because we're rallying against these guys because of common sense, and we can't stand the prick, right? And we're rallying against this group, calling it what it is. But all it is, and they all say it, right? They're saying it in the comment section, which we've been putting up. It makes me laugh.
Yeah.
That we're shills for Trudeau, that we suck his dick, like that we're liberal dis and libtards, and we hate freedom.
Apparently, you got a bunch of money from him for your media empire, Dean.
I know, right? I've been waiting for it.
By the way, we have a plan this week. We're all going to the keg on that money. Fuck
but
you.
What do we make of
dumb fucking idiot? If
what do
you
we make of the way
think that Trudeau paid Dean Blundell to have a fucking podcast network?
He hates
you are fucking dumber than anybody in this country right now.
That's right. Plausible deniability, baby. Send me that check.
Go away.
Send our Bitcoin.
But dude, I'm telling you, like, he's going to come out of this with a bigger approval rating. You know why? Not because people love him, because they're like, okay, we've stared down the face of crazy, and the conservatives are it because they're so fucking involved in this thing, as is Max Bernier.
Yeah.
To the point where they're co-opting this so that they can try to rub one into Justin's face. Like they love all the visuals. There's a helicopter that someone legitimately painted underneath the helicopter, "Fuck Trudeau," that was flying around the whole thing. And I'm like, oh, you know how much Trudeau loves this right now? You know how much Jerry Butts loves this? Do you know how much the Liberal caucus loves this and pollsters love this? Because all it's doing is shining a light on how fucking insane everybody is that's running against him.
Well, isn't it a testament also to how weak of a leader Jagmeet Singh is? Because he should be all over this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he should be coming at this from a place where, like, you know, this man is, our prime minister is divisive. I don't agree with this convoy, but wow, do we ever need a change from the revolving door, the conservatives and the liberals? Just say something. Dude.
I think he wasn't able to because of the bullshit that his brother-in-law got him into, because his brother-in-law donated $13,000 to this.
It's a good way to turn the page from that.
Well, is it? Or do you just maybe want to like hide in a closet for a bit and not see a camera?
James,
it's kind of crowded in there with Justin all fucking.
They're isolating together for 5 days.
You know what, James? I honestly think what's happening with this from a political perspective is no one knows what to do with it. I think you're right. I don't think Justin knows what to do with it. I don't think Singh knows what to do with it. I don't think O'Toole knows what to do with it. I don't think anybody has a real clear picture of
Max Bernier knows what to do with it.
Well,
she's back. Hold it. Hold the phone. Caryma Saad is back. We have audio.
Can we hear her?
Can you hear us? Oh, we heard her for a second. Now we don't hear her anymore.
Gene, I got a split, buddy.
Okay, buddy.
See, James.
Now we can hear you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Bring us up to date. What happened since we last talked? Yeah, we can see you. We can hear you. Bring us up to date. Go ahead.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw that weird logged-in truck. That was
Yeah.
I climbed that earlier today. So I'll post a video of that. I didn't make it very far up. I'm not actually graceful or athletic at all, so it wasn't pretty. I pet a wolf. I don't know if you saw that too.
Yeah, what was that all about? We couldn't hear you during that. What was that wolf? What was that stand? What was that, like, the significance of that?
He did not have an answer for that. Someone asked him, and he was not able to articulate the reason for the wolf. But he likes hunting, and he says that hunting is good in Alberta, and that's where the wolf came from, to my understanding. And then something to the effect of, this is how we're all going to be.
Honey, get their dead dog. We're going to Ottawa.
So, like a dead wolf on a stick, and he's trying to insinuate that that's going to be all of us at the end of this rally. Was that your take?
That's what I took away from it, but
yeah.
He was kind enough to let me pet. I can't speak ill.
Yeah, we saw that.
First time petting a wolf?
Yeah, it was actually.
Congratulations.
I've never had the opportunity, and I don't know that it will arise again. So I seized that moment.
Well, based on your weekend activities, you never know. Don't say no.
I kind of can't believe that there are no, it's literally just a sit-in, right? Like, there are no scheduled speeches or anything. Like, nothing.
No,
well, who can talk with all the horns?
So Randy Hillier apparently put up a tweet saying that, if they don't let us in, we're going to find our way in, or something to that effect. But I think
he's just trying to sober up before he drives.
He was talking about the beer store.
Sorry, go ahead, Caryma. Go ahead.
And look who's back. We have Anthony again.
Hey,
oh, good.
Oh, hey. Can you?
One American News.
One American News.
Yeah.
Yes. New York, New York.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. How long you been here?
Just got here on Thursday.
Well, you're ahead of us.
We followed the convoy. We started Port Hope on Thursday.
Uh-huh.
So we just got to Ottawa today.
Okay. Thanks.
I think there's a lot of people.
How many? CTV News. They're on. There's a news compound on the other side.
Ask him what he thinks of CTV News, Caryma.
You can go in there without a bunch of people
What do you want me to ask him?
Yeah. Ask him
What
what
does
he
he
thinks
think?
of CTV News.
CTV reported on the news just a couple hours ago. There's a few hundred people here.
Wow, there's obviously thousands of people here.
This is clear.
Yeah.
One officer I spoke to, a police officer right in front of that compound, said that the only
Fucking
time we
dart.
saw more people here for anything unorganized like this was 9/11. I've been here for Canada Day with my wife. I've never seen so many Canadian flags as I do today. People are upset. They want to change. We need to change. This is mental what's going on. But yeah, up on the right, just towards the parliament.
He's clearly
house,
drunk.
Oh, he's wasted. I was going to say.
Caryma, can you ask him if he's had a couple drinks or no?
Or where you can get drinks.
Where can you get a couple of beers?
Off sales.
Where can
Ask him if he knows any.
Yeah, where can a girl get a couple beers? Ask him that.
You guys are trying to get me fucking killed.
Thank you very much for doing that. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Happy nationalism, sir.
Caryma, did he
What do you-
sell? Do you
I
think he
there's a
was
lot of
drunk?
people here.
Yes.
Do you think?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Affirmative, yes.
Hey, sir,
This
where-
is just a big
you know where
traveling
we can get
kegger.
off sales. It is.
I told you, dude. I told you guys this is just a
Oh.
traveling kegger. And our first interview was with a 70-year-old that was absolutely fucking faced.
Just shittered. Just totally
shouldn't
shittered.
keggers, like, by definition, sit still? Shouldn't
Yeah.
one not be traveling?
Wow. Are you seeing a lot of partying? Like, I know you're seeing people, but are you seeing people drunk? Are you seeing people?
Yes.
Okay. Oh.
Clearly.
Yes.
How many?
Nice.
How many have
Anthony's
you seen
outfit
just
is
faced?
just the best.
Is that not perfect?
Probably like 20-30%, maybe.
Anthony's drinking his piss Gatorade again. There we go.
He's got to get his COVID medicine.
Is this the piss formula or no? That's with lemonade.
This is partly piss. I got the Rona. This is my cure for it. I also took some ivermectin this morning. 6 times the normal dose is what you're supposed to take for COVID. For now. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I ordered some hydroxychloroquine on the dark net. So we'll see when that comes in what happens.
Oh, fuck.
That's awesome.
Oh, he's
He
so
is
good.
amazing.
Wow.
For those,
Well,
we're now at the War Memorial, right at the base
Yeah.
of it. Earlier
Cenotaph.
I saw a man and his dog pissed on the War Memorial.
oh, you
Oh,
did you?
Jesus. Come on, people.
Yeah, they had a bunch of people take a dump there in front of the cenotaph,
they were
honoring our war
parking.
dead. They had a bunch of cars parked literally on
Yeah.
the cenotaph, and the RCMP, apparently it took them about 20 minutes to literally load them all up and throw them in the river. So at least they're taking care of our war dead, which is kind of nice, right?
The
Yeah.
Terry Fox
Oh, yeah, the
statue, too, I saw this morning.
Anthony's
That-
on a
that
mission
kinda
to get
pissed
on
me off.
TV, so we're
Anthony's
going to
going-
follow the directions
Okay.
of
Awesome.
that
Anthony's going to try and get on TV.
inebriated gentleman and see what we can do.
Yeah,
That
okay, here we go.
inebriated.
Anthony, and we have two people, folks, live from Ottawa. Caryma Saad at Caryma Rules on Twitter. Anthony C. Walker, comedian, is dressed like a tactical media person from One American News outlet, and he's making his way towards some news cameras with our
Anthony
own
C.
Caryma. Oh,
Walker
there
on
you
Twitter.
go. There you go. It's
There.
the log truck for freedom, and we're making our way down to it. This is the thick of it, people, live from Ottawa for the Flu Trucks Clan Rally. We have seen dead animals tied to sticks. We have seen Caryma pet those dead animals tied to sticks. We've seen our first interview with our very first anti-vaxxer who says he loves Canada. He was 12 bell shit-faced. Most of the people here are drunk. And,
multiple shits.
multiple turds in the streets because they are not allowed in to go to the bathroom. I don't know if and when this video is going to cut out, but I do know this is that I want to see. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I think we're going to get some action here. How far are you from the cameras?
I gotta fix my balaclava.
Okay.
Fix his belt.
I don't think so far.
How-
I don't think so far.
Okay.
But
Not far from the cameras.
Part of Parliament, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's Parliament.
In all its glory.
Yeah.
Okay, that's on the just before the grounds, right?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
They really think they're doing something here.
With that horn.
Correct me if I'm wrong, guys.
Nobody's
so
there.
far, I haven't seen anything of interest. No rally, no nothing. I've just heard people honking horns and people walking around and general traffic. Is that?
I am surprised at the numbers. I mean, I didn't think there. I mean, it's minus stupid there right now. I didn't think it was going to be this many people.
I
will
imagine
say
it's
that.
a lot of looky-loos. A lot of looky-loos.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right, but I'm impressed with the overall numbers.
Same.
Even if it is just, I mean, I thought it was going to be, a couple hundred people yelling in front of the ledge, but it's a couple thousand, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's oh, there we go. There we go.
That cop is giving high fives to that guy in the yellow. I want to see if I can get pictures.
We have an officer giving high fives to people.
Props, not high fives.
Sorry, props, just to be clear.
Oh.
So we're going to try to capture that.
Well, we missed it.
We didn't capture
The upside
it.
down
There's an
flags
upside
piss me
down
off
Canadian
too.
flag.
Yeah, you know what? They don't piss me off as much.
Really?
I'm like, well, yeah, because most of these people
bothered.
think they're right side up. They're so wasted.
They're so confused.
Yeah, they're so drunk. They're like, the flags look good. You're like, yeah, looks great.
They're
It's
trying to
upside
make it
down.
correct.
Yeah, looks upside
Yeah.
down.
And you gotta, you know what? You have to be happy that there's no violence at this point.
No
Absolutely.
reports of violence. No
Not at
reports
this
of
point.
violence. No.
Yeah.
That's good.
But there
That's
is a
good
big,
thing.
heavy police presence there. So even if something was to break out, I'm sure like a small skirmish would be broken up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It wouldn't
that
take
horn
much
would give
to
you- like,
inflame
you
that
can't-
crowd, though, right?
You can't
True.
go to this thing if you're a guy with PTSD either. Those noises are fucked.
Oh yeah.
Like they drive
I'm
me
having
nuts.
a hard time sitting here with
Yeah.
it, and I don't have it.
You guys can mute me. My fingers are too cold to mute myself, but you can.
We can hear you still.
Okay.
It's not that bad.
If you want to mute my audio.
Okay.
you don't hear
Yeah,
me.
okay, we'll mute you. Yeah, no problem. We got you. So Caryma is walking with Anthony,
great job.
and Anthony's with us. Caryma's with us. They're in Ottawa. They're at the rally, and we kind of lose audio and video from time to time. The closer she gets to everybody using their phones, I think, because everybody's using their phone to connect and
so.
trying to impress everybody with all the shit that they're seeing, right? Which is standard. That's what we're doing.
Except for that lady that can't post live on her Facebook anymore. She's not taking
Well,
part.
that might be different.
I'd like to play this.
When you threaten people, Ryan.
Oh,
you talking, Caryma? Can we hear you?
Yes. Yeah. Someone is setting off fucking fireworks or guns. I don't know. It's
Oh, so
probably
you've-
not guns, but it's probably like there's something that's making noise that should not be. So you guys are.
Are
aware.
people running? That's
You
a
can
gun.
mute them.
is
Okay,
anybody
well-
falling?
You can mute me again. So she just heard either fireworks or gunshots. Caryma's going to stay with us. That is her walking towards all the action. Can I point something out? This seems to be the reason why a lot of these people are here too. I would say a good cross section of them is they think that Justin Trudeau banned them from Twitter and from Instagram and from from Facebook. Case in point, this lady. Have a watch. Caryma's going to stay with us. We're going to still feel. But I want you to watch this. This really was a summary for me as to why these people are there. And I actually put a lot of stock into this. Have a watch.
I'm going to be here as long as it takes. As long as these truckers are going to be here, I'm going to be here. Because why? Because I think we should live free like we always have. Kicked off Facebook, blocked, not allowed to post any of this live. Nothing else. That's why I'm here. They shouldn't have turned my Facebook off. Now I'm angry.
Can we play the Hinterland Who?
We can towards the
I need
But-
to see that again.
Dude, did you hear why she's there? Why she's angry? They turned off my Facebook. That's why I'm here. I'm angry.
She was obviously in Vaughan Mills yesterday and bought that camo sweater and made her way to Ottawa.
I'm surprised
to get her
we could
Facebook
see her.
back.
She was in so much camo. I was like, where is she? This
Why isn't she
talking
wearing a
person.
shirt?
I'm worried if she spends too much time in Ottawa, she'll miss her next dentist appointment.
I know. I tweeted out. I'm like, she's at the Ku Klux Klan rally because of Facebook. Her teeth didn't make the trip.
Her dentist should be up in war crimes right now.
tons of Quebec flags. And a Trump flag.
Oh, Trump
Caryma,
flag.
can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Did you cut?
Caryma? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Good.
I
So
can hear you.
you got a lot of guys with Trump flags there, right? Have you noticed a lot of Trump
Hang
flags?
on. Is the American media talking to the Trump flag?
Yeah, there have been a lot of Trump paraphernalia, a lot of American flags.
Oh my God.
Fuck, grow
Yeah.
up, people.
Yeah.
Like
there
I
you go.
have no time for that bullshit. Like that's where you lose me.
They need to remember what happened last time American flags and Confederate flags ended up in Ottawa, because it didn't end well for them. So
That's fucking embarrassing.
it is.
Honestly,
It's
like, if you're
1812.
yeah,
That old war of
if you're
1812.
wandering around with a Confederate flag in fucking Canada, like fuck off. Just like honestly,
You're
I
human
got
garbage.
it's just the worst. That just annoys me to no end.
It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe that there are people out there that, and this is to me the part that I can't square to. There's a few parts to this, but like that someone could watch any of this, and this is why we are doing this today. That someone could watch any of this and go, you know what? Those guys are patriots. Trump flags, American flag. Those guys are fucking patriots. Upside down Canadian flags, and not upside down Canadian flags that are just upside down Canadian flags. But like I saw several today with swastikas.
Swastikas, yeah.
Lots
fuck.
of German gear, lots of gold stars of people that are like, we're the new Jews.
Go find a fucking hole and fucking bury yourself. Honestly, like that's my opinion, and that's the frustrating thing about this, and I think that's the frustrating thing about this from the perspective of anybody that thinks that this is some kind of a hope thing, right? Like because I got a guy coming on the show on Monday who was mad at Grant and I and Jimmy on the locker room for poking fun at the trucker convoy, right? And said, you're not presenting the other side. So I said, well, come on. So he's going to come on Monday. And his point was, and he didn't have much of a point, but his point was that this gives hope to people who've lost their jobs, who are, and he admitted that he's not vaccinated and got fired and had to go get another job, and so he's viewing it, and I hope he's viewing this from the perspective that a lot of Canadians are, where if you see somebody dressed up in Nazi gear, or you see a swastika, or you see this, like, I think they should be embarrassed by that faction of society. And it's minor. It's a small faction of our society here in Canada. Glomming onto this protest. They should be embarrassed by it. They should be mortified by it, and they should be fucking condemning it, rather than being mad at people like us who are pointing out the inconsistencies of a protest like this, right?
Well, and the protest like this is meant to inconvenience everyone around them, prevent people from getting to work, and this has prevented some supply from making its way to where it needs to be, which is what they said they were in it for. But they're not truckers. I mean, once again, we continue to tell you these are not truckers. There are a few truckers. These are just agitators from all over the country that just hate Canada. Like, that's legitimate. That's why you're seeing upside down Canadian flags and threats to people. They just hate the fucking country. And you can see it.
Go to another country.
Let's watch this. Caryma, go ahead and follow. Let's just watch this and listen for a while.
See, let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
I mean,
it's American.
Fuck off.
I know, but dude, I was singing "Let's Go Darwin" this morning too. So even Steven.
Jesus fucking Christ, grow up, you people. Like,
this is awesome.
Oh, that guy with that horn.
Oh yeah.
I love not one person has picked up on Anthony's sarcasm.
I know. It's so good. They buy him hook, line, and sinker.
Not one person.
I wonder where they're all drinking tonight. And where they're sleeping tonight, because they're going to be there all weekend, right? And they're not allowed to go in hotels. They're not allowed to go into restaurants. They're not allowed to do anything because in Ontario, there's this mandate that's still in place, and there's restrictions that's still in place that say you can't go anywhere if you're not vaccinated, so go fuck yourself. And they came all the way to Ontario just to experience another lockdown. It's fucking wild.
That flag, that Canada-America flag hybrid, that was fucking stupid.
About this? Is this like an occupation? Like, is it going on from day to day?
they don't know much about this. Okay.
Man, these people fucking hate Canada.
Yeah.
That's somebody asking Caryma, and like they're there and they don't know why they're there. She just said, "Do you know if this is like some sort of occupation?" Like they don't know why they're there.
No. Yeah.
Like,
Oh shit!
fuck's
You guys
sake.
can hear me?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you guys
Did-
hear the "Let's Go Brandon" chant?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is fucked.
Yeah. What did that lady say to you? Did she said she doesn't know why she's here? Was that correct?
No, she's with us. But she wasn't sure sort of what's the end game here. Is this
Oh,
confrontation?
okay,
Are
sorry.
we
Yeah,
storming
yeah.
the parliament now? I don't know.
Yeah, can you ask them what's next?
Storming
Like
the
what's
parliament.
next on the hillbilly schedule? Just don't ask it like that so you don't get beat up.
Yeah.
Who is the authority figure here, Dean? Like, is
Yeah, who's
Like, I
directing
don't know.
this?
That drunk guy with the smoke. Go back to him.
Find the
The
guy with
other-
the dart.
The other thing, Caryma, before I go,
This lady,
I'm
I
going to
don't know.
need you to ask somebody if they know where the off sales are.
Yeah. Sure, you can get some cheap beer. There you
Yeah,
go.
who's got the speakeasy happening?
Look at all those guys. So we got one guy's name's Anthony C. Walker. He's literally dressed up in American tack gear, don't tread on me, thin blue line shit so he can mix in. And he's literally having people stop him going, way to go, bro. Way to go, bro. Way to go, bro. And he's like, yeah, man, one in American news. Awesome.
That's
So good.
amazing.
There we are. We're in the thick of it, right in front of
Hey.
Parliament Hill. There we go. We are officially in. Caryma, just a quick head count. Do you see 1.4 million?
No, there are not 1.4 million people here, but probably a couple of thousand at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try to do like a pan.
That's
I'll
still
try to
pretty
set it on a
impressive.
better vantage point. Trying to figure out
I
what
mean,
that
that is a remarkable collection of dumb.
See.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, here's a little
really,
block.
like,
This guy can get the fuck out of
That
my
they
way.
all found their way together.
There we go. There we go. Some fuck Trudeau flags. Yeah, that's it.
you know that
That's it.
the big thing about this is
Oh, there we go. Parliament. We're in. So, folks, this is literally our first look at it. Caryma Saad at Caryma Rules is live downtown right now in Ottawa, and this is approximately 3,000 people. A little shy of the 1.4 mil, but maybe they'll fill in.
I'm still sort of torn politically on this. Like, you know,
There's nothing political to be
no,
torn about, dude.
no. From a political standpoint, do you give O'Toole a bit of credit for at least
we're gonna go further in.
wading the waters this
All right.
morning for a couple of interviews? You know, like I don't
Yeah.
know. Do you?
Shit, I lost
Or
Anthony.
do you condemn Trudeau? I mean, we already hate him. I always got to take a step outside of that before making any comments
And
about
there's like
Justin
enough
because I
camo
can't
here that
stand
I
the
can't
guy.
actually tell
But
where
does
he
he
is.
step
You can't
up
see
and
them.
make a statement
Oh, let's see
today,
a card.
like in front of these
The
people?
snaps?
Or
I don't know. He made a statement yesterday. It was pretty weak, but so
like I mean, does he get up on the stairs and just
say go fuck yourself? That's what
yeah?
I would do.
Get off my
That's
lawn.
what
I
Canada
would have
needs.
more. Get off.
We need
my
a leader
lawn.
that
I would have
stands
so
up on the
much
front hill
respect
of
for that.
fucking Parliament Hill with a megaphone that goes, "Hey, everybody, go fuck yourself,"
Fuck
and then he
off.
walks right back in.
I would vote for, I would be the first time in my life I voted Liberal. But if
Yeah.
he walked up there on the steps
fine.
and went, "Get off my fucking lawn, you douchebags,"
Yeah.
I would be voting for him next election.
It's
Oh,
funny.
those
I
poor
swear
people
to
are
God.
tired. Freedom's made them so tired. Look
oh,
at that. Just sitting
she's
there.
got to
Yeah.
warm up her toesies.
Yeah, it's
Well, her
cold out
vape
there.
froze, so she's got to get her hands on the vape.
It's like a
Yeah.
slush.
Freedom's
You know,
chilly in the winter, isn't it, guys? Freedom's
It's funny
chilly.
because 4 months ago we had an election, a federal election, where these federal mandates, like federal employees being vaccinated, border controls, those were on the ballot. We already voted for this. We voted against it. So these people,
These
obviously,
guys.
they voted
I wonder how
against
many
it.
of these guys voted.
And that's kind of
half
it.
Didn't.
Yeah, guaranteed.
More than half. I bet you 75% of that crowd didn't even vote. That's the other
Yeah.
fucking.
Looks like you know what it looks like? In Toronto, they've got this place called Cherry Beach, and for the longest period of time, Cherry Beach was like a homeless encampment. And there you go, a bunch of beers. We've seen like 1,000
Oh, good
empties on. Oh, there's your brew. Hey,
Represent
They're
one
drinking
thing you
Bud
share in
Light.
common.
Is that good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Only
Light's
for
awesome,
Bachman.
Caryma. Yeah.
Have you seen a lot of empties, Caryma?
I'm trying to show them to you where I see them. That
Yeah.
was a Bud Light. I don't know what that says about the crowd.
So you should
American.
see if you were to take a bag and collect them, you would actually get paid well by the end of this weekend.
Yeah, you should be
For
collecting
the
empties.
empties.
Pay for your
That would
gas
pay for
home.
my snowsuit, so it's maybe not a
Yeah,
bad idea.
get you some new snow pants.
You know what I'm amazed at is, and this is the story that's going to come out of this thing too, Caryma, is how many people are sitting there cold and they're going to take pictures of themselves smiling, warming up their hands, saying, "We did our best to fight for Canada." Like, that's what's amazing to me too, is the show that people are putting on to
Hopefully
look like
that's all
victims.
that comes out of this.
I think
It's
what
the
we're seeing
Facebook
here-
posts, I was there, and
Yeah.
I'm on my way home now.
Yeah,
and
probably. I hope so.
I made my peace.
And I lost my job.
Yeah.
But you know what I hope comes out of this, and I was just thinking about this yesterday. What I really hope comes out of this is that these people don't have enough gas money to get home.
You know what though? Here's the thing, and this is something that we keep.
Oh yeah, with gas prices at a record high right now, I'm sure it's
and
not
they're
cheap.
Obviously,
They got
a high
$8.5
pressure
million bucks.
coal.
They just stole $8.5 million bucks from like a bunch of dumb people and the dark web, so they can probably afford the gas. Oh,
Yeah.
good music.
This group, right? This is another one of those.
Oh, did they? That's the Centennial.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah,
Probably not a bad idea.
don't blame them. Yeah,
They would have all been sleeping around it.
These people have found their people, right? They've found their group. They're in their tent, and we keep talking about that. And right, like I'm always shocked at religion. To be honest with you, I'm like, why are people doing that? But I mean, you get drawn in, and you don't have a group, and that's your group. We all want community. I mean, we're all drawn to it.
They
And a
physically
lot of these are-
they physically manifested their Facebook groups. They've all been locked in for the last 2 years today. Is what they've done.
this is
They've
a
physically
live.
man-
This is
Yeah.
Facebook Live.
Yeah, they literally found their Facebook group, that their private chat that they don't let anybody else in, that doesn't share their views.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes, you're in the metaverse. That's it.
Yeah, this is it. This is the metaverse.
Yeah. So it looks like the big protest is clearing out. Someone brought their kid's drum. That's cool. This is Parliament
They
Hill.
left their
It's
stuff
over.
there to go get booze.
It's over. This started at 3:00. It is over at 4:30 already. It is legitimately. Is this it? Is this Caryma? Is this it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is going to talk, really?
Justin Trudeau, get off my fucking lawn.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah,
asked,
we
is that
played
it? Now we're free? Is that what happened?
Can you ask them? Can you just kindly ask them what's next? Like ask somebody. Say, hey, where's everybody going? Do you know where we're going next?
Hey,
I would love an answer. Yeah, just anything like that. That'd be good.
Everywhere. There's trucks falling from the sky.
they have locked up traffic though in Ottawa. That's one of the major concerns in the news, right?
Yeah.
This guy works for Air Canada.
Air Canada.
Brought his yellow. I think he might be losing his job in a minute.
Apparently, Caryma's audio is not going out to the crowd. We can only hear her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too
We
bad.
can change that. We can hear it.
Yeah. I'm good. This representative from Air Canada just told Caryma that there is 750,000 people at this rally.
Oh, we can't hear. Sorry. Yeah. So, Oh, yeah, yeah. Now, you know what he's doing now? He's telling you, here's where we walked. It's got to be 1 million. It's got to be close to 1 billion. 750,000. You see, and this is like broken telephone in the reject community, too. They're like, how many did you hear we got? And they're always, there's like, heard it's close to 500,000. And then it's like 600,000. And it's like, now it'll be 1.9 million in like 7:30 tonight. But it's literally the count. And I just got a note back from someone in Ottawa, and they said
It's
these guys are
fascinating.
mad.
Yeah. Oh, Trudeau was there.
No, he didn't. He didn't fucking go. He went home. They didn't. They took him to another location.
We know that none of this happened. He doesn't.
No, he wasn't.
Ask him why they went to his house. Fucking cranking it. Oh, he knows.
We can.
Look at that. Look at that. Freedom. Freedom. What are they talking about, Caryma? This has been the best interview I've ever heard. What? It says these guys are shocked that they can pull a banner behind a plane. They're like amazed. Oh.
I understand for the audience, this sucks for you guys because you can't hear Caryma, but this is so good for us. We're sorry. You'll have to listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
It was too good.
No, this is good. I can hear. I heard it all. I heard it all.
Should,
The guy's so jacked
if we
up.
can, we should get Caryma to go in and out again. Maybe that'll reconnect her audio with us.
No, we can. Oh, no one can hear it.
No, they didn't hear any of that.
No, which is unfortunate.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah,
Caryma,
so
we can't hear you. Sorry.
I'm hoping
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it catches the audio's caught for at least the podcast.
We
or the
lost her
rebroadcast.
about 10, 15 minutes ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So what you missed there is Caryma was talking with a couple of guys that have been there all day. The one gentleman who appears, there he is, works for Air Canada. He is telling us, he's got his work vest on, which is not advisable, but whatever. That's like walking around with, like, if you're an insurance guy with Desjardins Insurance on your back, but okay. So this guy is telling Caryma, if you missed it, that they went to Trudeau's house and there's RCMP and all they did was blare the horn and then they split. And then he told this fucking hilarious lie where he's like, did you hear? Trudeau showed up and was so scared he went home. And then Caryma's like, yeah, he doesn't even work in this building. And he's like, oh, okay. But it was still him. And she's like, and he's like, well, why would they turn around? Like, why would he even come here? He's like, I don't know, but it for sure happened because we heard. That was legitimately the conversation.
So his press credentials get released every day to the press pool or whatever they call it here in Canada. And on it this morning, they actually didn't mention. They did not mention where he was. And then it came out later that they had moved him and the family from Rideau Hall because there were individuals that are part of this organization that were trying to dox members of parliament and trying to find out where they live so that they could show up and actually protest in front of their homes and whatnot. Yeah. So they moved Trudeau and his family, who, by the way, because I think his son has COVID, his son caught COVID.
Yeah.
So they were locked down anyway. And that was news right across the country this morning, and I'm guessing he never went anywhere near the, you know. Can
No,
we
I don't
hear-
think he did. Caryma, can you talk, and then maybe people in the comments section, there's a lot of you. Can you just tell us if you can hear it?
Can you hear horns?
Yeah. Can you guys hear Caryma? Let us know in the comments section if you can. That'd be great. Thank you very much. Yeah, they're recapping. Relax. Someone's like, the fact that Sergeant at Arms issued a note. Yeah, we get it. Can you guys hear it? We just need to know if you hear.
Okay. Caryma, we need
no
go
one can hear you. Yeah,
go
you can come
back in and out. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's done amazing. I this is just, I don't know why I'm so fascinated by her coverage. I mean, she's literally just walking around with an iPhone 12.
When we were talking about like
fantastic.
covering this, I said, she's like, "What do you want? How do you want to attack this?" I'm like, "I think you just walk around." Like,
yeah, why
you know
not?
what I mean?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Guys, can you hear Caryma now? I think you can. Casey, dude. She is
Can you
brave.
hear me
Everybody's
now?
talking about how brave you are. We're just waiting to see if people can hear you. If you could just comment in the comment section. Casey says, "Quote,
We're
can't
good.
hear
We got
shit."
her back.
We
We got her back, Dean.
Yeah. she's
Yay,
back.
yay, yes, it's back. Okay, so recap
my
that
God.
conversation with that guy because no one could hear it.
All right. Well, they're from St. Catharines. They drove over. They are under the impression that there's 50,000 people here, which most assuredly there are not. When I press them on it, he's like, "Yeah, but the streets are blocked as far as you can walk." So that was kind of the rationale, and I think he figured that everyone in this sort of perimeter is pro. I don't know what they thought. They were drinking in front of cops. He told me that he wrote in like the salt stain in like on a cruiser, and it was fine. Then we started talking about Durham Regional Police Officer Erin Howard and whether it was justified for her to be fired. They thought no. I pushed back a little bit on that. Just as far as her expressing political opinions, and we didn't reach a consensus, but you know, they feel that truckers are not political. You know, the main sort of the reason I talk to them is just to inquire, like, what do we do next? What's going on? And they seemed a little bit frustrated that there's no sort of end game. They went to Trudeau's
Revolution.
place earlier to honk at him, and that was sort of the extent of their action. And agreed that honking is kind of the main thing, right? To show people that we're here. They thought that Trudeau, for some reason, came here and then ran away, which makes zero sense. But they themselves did not see him; they just heard it. And they kept repeating sort of the idea that, oh, it's just a small minority, just a small minority. So I think that they are reassured by the size of the crowd, even though it's definitely not 750,000 people.
This is probably the wrong time.
Green substance from a bottle.
Oh, they offered you some. They offered you some homemade booze, did they?
Some hooch.
I declined.
I had a girl.
Yes.
Yeah, smart. Locke, you had a question?
Well, I will say this. I mean, when are we going to get to a point where we abolish the drinking in public laws? I mean, let's be honest. Probably not the time. I mean, we got bigger issues right now. But why can't
Locke
I have
wants
a
to know.
beer
Locke
in front of
actually
the
is.
ledge?
He's saying he agrees with drinking in front of the Parliament building and anywhere you want in public. He likes that rule.
Yeah.
Come on,
And
let's
hey, if
grow
these
up,
guys,
everybody.
if everybody behaves, maybe we can show that we can handle that. That'd be nice.
And no violence.
I
You haven't seen
can't sit
any
on high horse. I
skirmishes?
smoke weed.
Yeah, I know.
So I get that. I get that.
Yeah, we do too. Locke wants to know if you've seen any violence or just so far, just general people walking around. Nothing, eh?
No violence?
No violence, Caryma?
Okay. I can't see, like, I don't know, my screen is frozen and not responsive.
Okay.
Do you want me to venture back into this crowd?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? We'll let you get back. You go back to the hotel and warm up. You've done such a wonderful job. We're gonna wrap up and let you go and capture what you need to capture today. But we love you, and we're really thankful you're
Thank
safe,
you.
and super grateful for you being there and taking the initiative to do that. You've been an absolute superstar today. So thank you, Lip. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
It
thanks,
was a
Caryma.
pleasure. I'm
Thank
sorry
you.
for
Stay
the
safe.
technical difficulties. There's too many people
Not your
who's,
fault.
using the data.
Added to the fun.
Okay,
No.
we'll circle
I'm
back.
sorry about the
It's good speaking
terrorist
to
comment
everyone.
earlier.
Happy Freedom Day. Happy Freedom Day.
Yes.
Yes.
Caryma Saad, ladies and gentlemen. She is the intrepid at Caryma Rules on Twitter. Sadvocacy.com is where you can find her online. What a fucking superstar she is.
Yeah, I love her. I worry about her because she puts herself in these situations all the time. But
Yeah.
I think she has the type of personality where I don't know, she can sort of maneuver difficult conversations. I've seen some stressful moments with her, and she always seems to do okay in it, right?
We were having a quick pre-show meeting today, and I said I love her way that she can stroke your head and your hair while she knees you in the balls at the same time, and you don't even know that she's kneeing you in the balls until she's long gone.
She fucked those guys, and they didn't even
round
know
of
they're getting
applause
fucked.
for Anthony C. Walker.
Oh my God, no kidding. Is he not the best?
That was my favorite part of this whole thing.
Yeah,
I'm from
Anthony.
One
media
news network.
Yeah. One news record.
Hey, listen, we couldn't send people in there that looked like Caryma and another comedian and making fun of it. We had to dress them up like they were part of the loser system, right? Did we just see? Are we seeing? Let me just ask you guys this question, and then we'll wrap it up because I'm fucking tired. Are we seeing the birth of Canada's victim class?
It's getting a louder megaphone, I think. With this,
I think
for sure.
It's been an ongoing thing for. I also think it's also a bit of a demographic thing. Not that we need to go down that path, but I think there are certain groups that certain age groups that are more susceptible to this, like that tend to be, and I think it is part of the attention you get from social media, right?
Agreed.
And also when we quit beating our kids, right?
This is what
You're not allowed to beat your kids anymore. I think this is part of the problem.
It isn't. I think these are the kids that were beat too much. To be
Really?
honest with you.
You
Yeah.
think
Oh
so?
yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
We haven't been beating our kids for a lot
Can
of years.
I ask you a question? Does this woman who's in Ottawa to pull Trudeau out of office because they shut her Facebook down, does she look like she's got it all together?
I'm going to be here as long as it takes. As long as these truckers are going to be here, I'm going to be here. Because why? Because I think we should live free like we always have. Kicked off Facebook, blocked, not allowed to post any of this live, nothing else. That's why I'm here. They shouldn't have turned my Facebook off. Now I'm angry.
Alrighty's got like a real good head lead on Lefty.
Do you guys have any idea how funny that is?
It's very funny.
Like, do you have any idea? I saw that and I'm like,
I want to know what got her kicked off Facebook.
Probably your teeth or lack thereof.
That is a fake photo of Stonehenge, ma'am. You can't be here. Fake news.
She probably threatened her manager at Denny's, right?
She probably thought she was literally at a Wendy's.
She posted a really horrible review of the Applebee's and swore a lot and got threatened the manager.
They don't bring me enough ketchup packets. Fuck this place. Now I'm angry.
This is fucking tyranny.
We live in a good country, everybody. We do. What we're going through is happening around the world, and have mistakes been made? Absolutely. Are they still making mistakes? Absolutely. Do we need to evaluate and make some changes moving forward? I think we do. I just don't know if we need this. I don't know if this is helping or hurting. And Dean said it, and I didn't really think about it until he said it. All you're doing is this chaos that's in Ottawa right now. I don't know what else to call it. The lack of organization, and I still
it's a nice
pray
way to put it.
It is.
I still pray
Pig fuck
that
is what I called it.
Yeah, there's
You still pray what?
There's no violence.
Yeah.
But I think all this does is just solidify the fact that we're going to end up with another liberal government in the next 4 years after we vote again.
Yeah. Well, I think we're at that point where, like, you know how we used to be
Which is
okay
sad.
with like elections. You know how like an election would happen, and you'd go, my guy lost, or my guy won, or We're not at that point anymore. Like we've motored right past,
Indifference.
Yeah, indifference and whatever comes with indifference, like whatever. We've motored way past that. We're at the point now where people feel like they're cosplaying as revolutionaries, and Max Fawcett said it on the show yesterday. I thought it was brilliant, which is why they are basically truckers dressed in drag. They're just really unhappy people that don't know how Canada works. Like they've never read the charter, but like that lady with the lack of teeth was like, I want my freedoms back. Well, and then the whole thing was about Facebook. Like the whole thing, her entire reason for being here was about Facebook. And I think that touches on, like, I don't think she has the intellectual quotient. I don't think she has the brain power, the gray
Where
matter,
are you getting
the
that
mustard.
from? Dean?
Quite
to
the
be able
assumption.
to say,
Was
listen,
it her haircut?
I don't like censorship. Yeah, I don't like being censored in Canada. I would have said to her,
I'm here because shouldn't have turned my Facebook off. I mean, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
But that's generally how these guys are. That's why they're all there, is because someone turned their Facebook account off and they don't like how Canada works anymore. And they don't even know that that's not Canada. They don't know that Facebook is in California.
And you think Justin turned your Facebook off?
Yeah, they do.
This is honestly, people think that that we get our notes sent to us that are scripted by the liberal government. And I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Have you listened to our show? Do you think we script this bullshit? Like, honestly, like it's unbelievable what people think. I've literally had screaming matches with people. Like, I don't even know what to say anymore. Right? Like, you're at a protest because you can't get onto Facebook.
That's why she's.
Are you hearing yourself speak?
Oh, and here's the thing: that chick drove from Calgary because she got kicked off of Facebook to yell at the Prime Minister about it.
And she
Suck on
probably,
that.
honestly, she probably threatened her neighbor. Right? That's probably what ended up happening. She probably threatened to burn her neighbor's house down.
Yeah.
So, and they probably reported her, and that's probably why she's off Facebook now.
Well, and we never have those conversations, right? Like, why was she kicked off Facebook? I'll tell you why. Because she probably said something violent and did something that you're not supposed to do, and put out bullshit information. And she's literally fighting
racism,
like, which pretty decent chance.
It's one hell of a rabbit hole to get lost down, boys. Who cares? She's an idiot.
There's an idiot in town that that's on Facebook that if you ever hear me bring up Sam Steele on the show, it's this moron in this, like, on the outside of our friends group, and we bring up Sam Steele all the time because the guy's he's an idiot. He's a fucking tool, and he's always complaining about getting kicked off Facebook. And I was in a room one time when he mentioned it, and I went, because you're a fucking racist. Yeah. And he's like, no, I'm not.
There's probably a reason.
I'm not. I said, I've seen your post. You're clearly a racist. And he goes, I'm not. I'm a critic of ethnicity. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Critic of ethnicity.
That's the best way to say you're racist ever. I'm an ethnicity critic.
He calls people the most horrific names. Like, when he gets a taxi, if somebody with different colored skin than him, he won't get in the car. You're a racist. That is a racism problem. That's why you keep getting booted off Facebook.
Yeah. We put this together and we'll end on it today. I want to thank you guys both for doing double duty on Saturday.
Thanks for having me. This was
dude.
Yeah, this was a good day.
Caryma for me. If you guys are chatting with her, thank you. That was awesome.
Ryan Lindley, ethnicity critic, at Ryan Lindley on Twitter is where you can find him, and the Sheeple podcast. That's what we're going to start calling racist, but in a politically correct way. This is the ethnicity critic parade. Okay,
Criticism Society.
And that's Lachlan Cross, 95.7 Cruise FM. He's going to talk to one of these guys on Monday morning. You can join him online for that as well.
Can't wait.
Nick is his name. All right,
the
cool.
7 o'clock hour. Yeah.
Strangely, none of the people that we invited on the show took us up on it, so I'm going to be listening to yours.
I did say to somebody who was critical of us not having somebody from the other side, and I did say to them, listen, we have attempted many times to get people on.
Dozens.
They won't come on. And I think it's part of the temperature that we're dealing with right now. Everyone, including us, are all, like, I'll include myself in that, we're all very riled up. So I'm not sure we're able to have civil conversations with people that have opposing opinions right now. It's not the right time. We have tried, though.
We did.
Hey, you gotta wait until they really know they lost. Like, they still think they got hope, right? Like, all these people are like, this is our last stand. Like the lady that organized it, Tamara Litch, she's like, this is our last stand. We're not coming back until shit changes. Well, not one speech, no idea. Like, Caryma was literally talking to these guys, and they're like, we're a little pissed that there's no plan here. She's like, well, that stuff happens. But like, that is standard. I mean, these people don't plan. This was not a trucker rally. We all knew that. We wanted to show you that, and we wanted to give you an alternative view on the ground, as opposed to the bullshit that MSM's been doing. Like, CTV have been treating this like a trucker rally all day long. They absolutely missed the boat. Not just CTV, Rogers, like the broadcasting corporations that are covering this for clicks. And it's making Canada worse. And I'm fucking embarrassed that I was part of that system, and I'm eternally proud that I'm not anymore. I fucking was embarrassed watching it. It's still on TV, and they're doing the old, someone over here has a difference of opinion. Thank God guys like Evan Solomon, who came on, he's reporting, and he's like, and I like Evan. He's like, yeah, this really wasn't really a trucker rally anyway, but here's all the pissed off people, and this is what they're saying, and here's the drones. Mm-hmm. But like, an embarrassment. We are at fucking ground zero for radio, television, newsprint, and the people that own those organizations. You're at ground zero now. We're coming for you. All of us. People that tell the truth, people that want other people to be safe, real Canadians that want to do a service for Canadians. We're coming. Gonna leave you with this. Canada hinterland who's who of the loon. Bye, everybody.
The loon. I'm going to be here as long as it takes. As long as these truckers are going to be here, I'm going to be here. Because why? Because I think we should live free like we always have. Kicked off Facebook, blocked, not allowed to post any of this live, nothing else. That's why I'm here. They shouldn't have turned my Facebook off. For a more complete story of the loon, why not contact the Canadian Wildlife Service in Ottawa?